event this year. We had the SMD Challenge, people competitively soldering, and running that SMD Challenge was Al Williams, who's coming up to talk about who did well and who won.
Okay, who had fun at the SMD Challenge? Let's have some applause. So by applause too, how many of you watched? Really? Not that many? There was a big crowd all the time, so I was very surprised. But we had some really, really great competition, and I was really happy how it all came out. So there's the winners. We've got two winners. We've got Bistromath, who had the best score, 4.75 at 21 minutes 5 seconds. And the best time was Kevin Jordan at I Dream of Code, or in Code, and he had 16 minutes 18 seconds, but his score was 3. So he did tell me, he said, you know, I'm going to go for speed. It's not going to be pretty, and he was right. So we do have, is Bistromath here? Okay, do you want him up? Yeah, come up. I know that Kevin's already gone, so, but there's a Tindy gift card for best times, and there's a cash prize for. You're gonna hand.
And if you're wondering what we're handing out, it's a roll of $20 bills. So, all right. So Al will hand that out over on the stage next door. This is the Tindy certificates. All right. As we go to the right over there. All right. Big round of applause for our SMD solder challenging. This is going to run long, so we're going to keep rolling like really quick. So there was a puzzle on the badge, there was a bug, and then there was a screw up with getting the binary. I don't really have time to talk about all of that, but I'll put a project on Hackaday.io that talks about it. But basically, this is what it looked like, and it was a simple division problem. So this was checking to see if it's divisible by 1. This was checking to see if these two were divisible by 2. This was checking to see, oh, spoiler alert, by the way. This was checking to see if these were divisible by 3. And then when you got them in the right order and won, you got this cipher in the middle. And I believe I got this from Crux last year when we were trying to do a puzzle. This is something called New York Point, which is like an alternative to Braille. And nobody got that. So the people that actually won this were doing character frequency analysis. And they were given an email address that had 2 letters at the beginning of the email address that were not in there, and so they couldn't get it. And so the people that won, Julia Wang and 3 others, at least 3 other email addresses, at least when she emailed it, they did something like brute forcing all of the possible combinations of the email addresses to Hackaday and found it like that, and they got it at 6:43 p.m. on Friday. So is Julia still here? She's not here. We'll find a way to get her a roll of $20 bills for their team. So let's hear a big round of applause for everyone that solved the badge puzzle. Oh, no, the slides have not been updated. Okay, that's fine. We have one other, which is called the Solder Camp Award, and Bo, who was camped out at the Solder Village making sure things ran smoothly all weekend. He picked out some of the people that spent the entire weekend breathing solder fumes and has some good prizes for them.
Hey everybody, I hope you all had fun soldering, and a few of you like me spent the whole time camping out in the alley soldering. So we figured, in Hackaday tradition, that what would all those people like to do? Well, let's send them home with the kit to do more soldering. Yeah! So first off, we had a lovely surprise of a whole box full of crappy, not working Mr. Robot badges appeared, courtesy of Brian. And so the first one goes off to Mr. Robot Fixer Mike, who, if any of you have a functional badge, probably have them to thank. So round of applause for Mike for repairing dozens of these badges, including this one. So that'll be, if you see this invisible slide here, it's showing this cool SMD ring kit that you solder together, and it's electronics you can wear. Cyborg Ring by Zach Frieden on Hackaday.io. Check it out. So we have a few more. The next one, sorry if I messed this up, but Suze, who did the speaker bottle hack, which she turned the bottle in your bag into a speaker and made their badge very loud. By the way, all of you who are winning, so let's give it up for Susie. And you can come find me over here before or after the badge hacking to get your prize. Corey and team spent a lot of time. I'm not going to give away what they're going to show, but they're going to be up here showing some cool hardware soon. So let's give Corey and their team, who are soldering away, a big hand. Also, I'm going to lump you guys together since you're sitting together. But Morgan and Ben spent the entire time soldering. They've got a 3D cube and more demos coming. So thanks to you guys for holding down the soldering and keeping it going. What was that? Zero flux given? Zero talks. Zero talks. Well done. Well done. Also, Drew and Co., who are working on a keyboard that is not your typical keyboard. So this is really hard to do before the hacks because I don't want to give it all away. But I'll keep rolling anyway. So give a quick one for Drew. And then Jordan, who gave her badge wings. I thought that was a pretty creative use. First fabric badge hack I've seen. Let's give it up for Jordan. And finally, most of this hack was done before the conference started, like I did with my badge. But Tim, who created this really crazy 3D printed case, if you've seen the enclosures hanging around some of the badges, I think Tim went crazy on that and also soldered together that belt that he's wearing. So thank you, Tim. Let's give them all a round of applause and come find me and I'll give you guys your rings so that you can keep on soldering.
All right, it is, let's hear another hand for Bo, who was in badge hacking all weekend. Thank you, Bo. All right, so we are going to keep this moving as quickly as possible. This is the chaos of fun, I really like to say. These are the presentations. You can only pick one round. Pick the round that you are most proud of in your badge. Hardware hacks, basic hacks, the things that involve writing for the basic interpreter. Software hacks generally are going to be you programmed the badge, reprogrammed it with a program or something outside of basic. It could also be CPM, up to you. Music hacks, we want to hear your badge play some music. And then the Hackaday perennial favorite, Best Blinky. Choose one category. You have 1 minute to demo on it. As we call each category, get up and line up over on this side of the stage, over here. You'll come up and preview your hack right here, and then you'll walk across stage and wait over there in order. At the end of each round, we'll bring you back in front of the stage and do the audience popularity vote at the end. Elliot is going to make sure that this all goes very smoothly. Please welcome Elliot Williams.
Smoothly, to the best of my ability. Okay, some of you will have noticed there's a little bit of game theory going on here. Okay, good. Everyone figured out what you got? Let's do hardware hacks. Go. First category, hardware hacks. Everyone with a hardware hack, come on up. All right. Step on over here. Say your name.
I'm Jordan.
And show it off.
So these were my costume wings for Halloween, and I hooked them up to my badge.
Whoa. Fantastic. Thank you. Next.
Hi, I'm Diego Porqueras, These Maker. This is my my maker muscle. If you guys saw it on Kickstarter last year, and I brought it and I just hacked it to control it with a badge. And I had an idea from a friend Bart that we made into a rubber band gun. So let me try that. Let me go this way so I don't hurt anybody. So I could control it up and down. So it's stretching it right now. See if it works. So it's a basic actuator with the stepper motor on it. And then, there you go.
All right, thanks very much. That's awesome. All right, say your name, please.
My name is Lenore, and many of you noticed that the badge was very heavy this year, and it was weighing on my neck and very uncomfortable. So I decided to make it lighter or more comfortable. I took off 2 letters. I took off the D and the E. It's my bag, not my badge.
Nice.
All right.
Hi, my name is Tony, and this is my phased array badge. So if you listen carefully, you may hear the beam pattern move around the room. So there's a purpose for this. This badge is a prototype of an acoustical marker for a blind skateboarder. So the idea is you set this down in a skate park, and you give somebody a geometrical reference for where they jump or where they, do their trick. So this is first prototype, and the badge has a whole 3 lines of code to generate the sound.
Fantastic. Thanks much.
So my name is Sprite. This is an alternative badge. I tried hacking the original badge. Me and Pig32s don't like each other very much. So on the Sunday morning, I found these really nice Barco LED displays, and I decided that I would go into a reverse engineering marathon. So I knew absolutely nothing of these displays. I had about 7 hours to get it to work. Got kicked out of the soldering thing around 4, so I could only solder like in half of the wires I wanted to solder. And then I got kind of lost for inspiration, so now it just does some RGB-ish things. So, yeah.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Tim, and I made a case with a keyboard. It's on the Hackaday IO site, like 2017 or 2018 Hackaday badge enclosure, and you can download it and print your own. So please do that. What? All right. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Mike. This is Drew. So we did something. We came here with no hardware, and we were asking around, hey, does anyone have a PS2 keyboard? Oh, yeah, please. So then we thought, what can we build here without having any electronics? But we got the swag bag. It came with a bunch of like badges and all that, and we said, hey, we can like hack them to actually do PS2 decoding. So essentially, plug it in. Go ahead. And you have full tech support, and you can program in BASIC. Okay, let's go. Hit enter. Go into BASIC terminal. 1.
Can't see.
Yeah, hit load 0. And just run. There you go.
Yeah.
Full keyboard support.
All right. PS2 keyboard hack. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carlin. I wanted a lighter badge that wouldn't snag on my clothing, so I laser cut a cardboard copy of the badge. But I really actually wanted to give a shout out to the open source software node library, Trace Space. They will pull SVG files from your Gerber files. I was like, ah. So this was a very fast badge hack based on their library. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Zach. This was a Friday job. I don't know if you can see that. So this is actually the 2015 badge, but it's an Octavo system on package, and it enumerates. It doesn't boot, but it does enumerate. But I think what was fun about this project, thank you, Michael Welling, for sitting with me for 10 hours, teaching me about how these work. What was fun was the first thing to do was to scrub all the balls off with a piece of solder wick. So I deballed the BGA, and that was a lot of fun. So maybe it'll boot someday. Thanks.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Corey.
And I'm Grant. And we have to plug some things in to make this work for our demo. So here's the badge on the back. And what we've done is replace the LCD screen inside of this tiny projector so that the badge... Oh, that just get you? So hold on, we got to boot it up. Yeah, take that. Thank you.
Oh, they brought their own screen. Nice.
Professionalism.
Hold on, these little cheap guys take a second to boot. So we actually physically removed the LCD that was inside here and ripped the LCD off the badge. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at a demo. And I want to give a shout out to our friend Bob, who wrote this script in BASIC, and he gave it to us. Bob at Instant Arcade on Twitter. So this is his basic script just to show some random color pixels. So we wanted to show you that. So yeah, it's the whole badge.
Sweet. Thank you very much. All right. Here we go. Everybody, we're going to do this by volume of applause. Everybody come on back up real quick. Installation is in the reverse order of removal.
Right up front. Oh, well, all right.
Come on up, come on up. We're going to call names out.
people are going to applaud, we're going to use our custom calibrated ears to hear how loud they are. And loudest one wins. All right, let's go first. Jordan, costume wings. You could just raise your hand. All right, Diego, rubber band gun. Lenore, bag. Tony, phased array badge. Sprite, blinky LED thing. Tim, enclosure. Mike and Drew, PS keyboard. Or Carlin, cardboard badge. Zach, 2015 Supercon badge nightmare. And Corey and Grant ripped out the heart projector. What do you think? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's go with projector. Roll of 20s. Congratulations. Who was second and third?
Enclosure and keyboard?
I think so. I think.
Yeah.
What do you think? We got keyboard and enclosure? All right. Do it. Thank you, everybody, very much. That was really awesome. Okie dokes. Next is basic hacks. If you've got hacks written in the basic programming language, head on up. Oh, we should have had them go out the other side. Can you do that?
Mirror, stand up, Voya and Yarmir.
Yeah, sure. As long as we're here, we might as well have Voya and Yaramir stand up and take a quick round of applause because Yaramir's right there. Because it's their hardware and software, respectively, that made the basic hacks possible. All right, first basic hack, come on up.
Basic hacks. All right.
What? Okay. And so I'll just, is that good? All right, come on up here, say your name and show off your hack.
I'm Melissa, and I color cycled my LED, my RGB LED.
Diggity.
Thank you. It's about 16 lines of code.
16 lines of code.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Next.
So my name is Victor, and I made a picture of Tux. I'm gonna need, can you look over my shoulder? And there's a little game. Flappy Tux. Oh, let me start again.
All right, Flappy Tux. Thank you. All right.
Hi, I'm Chia, and I added the conference schedule to my badge so that I could.
Can you put it down here? That's actually extremely handy.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
thought it should have been on there already.
Yeah, right? Thank you very much. Woo! All right, next.
Hey, my name's Kevin. So I took the wearables workshop, and I was sitting in there, and I was not quite thinking of any designs that I wanted to do during the workshop. But I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you could use the gesture sensor and color sensor and have it interact with the badge? So I extended the basic interpreter, added a new command, called it EXUIN, and what it does is it essentially sits there and listens on the UART port for data to come across. So I recoded the Arduino libraries on the wearables badge to, in this case, listen to the gesture sensor. And if you see the NeoPixel here on the main badge, if you go up, it turns the light on. You go down, it turns it off. And you go left, it turns one of the other lights on. Right, it turns it off. Right now I've got it so it is able to execute a single line of basic code. Ran out of time to allow it to do additional like full basic programs, but that's the idea. That, maybe a color sensor if you put something red up to it to be able to do like a red animation on the screen or something like that. So I'll get there, but right now it's just proof of Blinky stage.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Garrett Mace, and I've created Life. It's real time, so let's demo.
Have you hit enter yet?
I have. So,
Wait for it.
this is the Big Bang.
Thinking.
A few more million years. Oh.
Yeah.
And the LEDs are a count of how many lives we have on screen. If it's okay, I could list the code real quick. It's too much, and I spent way too much time doing this. So we've got. So Basic makes wrong things right.
5, 6 screens of code? 5 or 6 screens?
Yes.
Super.
Hi, we're Shani Perucci and Greg Leonberg.
Yep. And we decided that we wanted to talk to each other with our badges. So we have a pair of Bluetooth transceivers, and we are utilizing the abstraction of the serial interface to send ASCII back and forth. And an annoyance that I had to overcome with this, the BASIC is actually relatively simple, but there's no multi-threading in BASIC. So how do you receive and transmit at the same time and listen on both when your UART doesn't have a buffer? The answer is that humans are slow and computers are fast. So you just do both back and forth really quickly.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Bluetooth serial bridge.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I made some a generative artwork. It's 3-color elementary cellular automata. It uses the extended ASCII to get a different aesthetics. This language doesn't have arrays. You have to peek and poke just arbitrary locations in memory, basically, to make it work. And you can press a key to change the pattern. There's also an Easter egg. If you press the H key, it gives you a love letter. Hot digital garbage for you.
Hot diggity. Thank you.
So I'm Ben Wasserman, and I realized that the badge had a keyboard and a screen, so it makes a great terminal. So I turned it into a mostly functional Linux computer, which you can see right now is booting. And by mostly functional, I mean the badge is itself a terminal for a Raspberry Pi strapped to the back of it. I added it to the badge, but I can log in. No, that was definitely that was not Pi. But the interesting thing I found is the badge is actually not a great keyboard because it's missing a ton of really useful keys for use in the terminal. So the interesting thing I did here is I added support for the keys. For example, I added escape characters so I can say tilde and go to my home directory. And you can say escape.
Hi, my name is Rob Carnegie from Chilliwack, British Columbia, Canada, and I decided to turn my badge into kind of a interstellar message in a bottle or a deep space message probe by implementing the Arcibo message on it that was sent from Arcibo in 1974. And the Russians also sent a different message in Morse code, so what I did was encode it in both Morse code and FM encoding as per the Arcibo. So I give you the option of repeating it many times. I'll only run it once. And it's displaying the message, or displaying the image that the message decodes to quite slowly, because Morse code is much slower than FM by itself. So I thought the best thing to do is use both encodings, and that way no stupid aliens would try to communicate with us. It would have to be very smart aliens that would figure out the two encoding methods.
Thank you very much.
And Mark Garneau is a friend of mine, so he's going to throw it into space next time he's there.
All right, my name is Preston Holmes, and I'm holding a broken 3.3 volt solder joint, which broke while lining up, so we'll see if this lasts. So I decided to think about how to keep the interface as simple as possible from the serial to an internet connection badge. So 8 lines of BASIC just to echo out. And if you want to film here, the idea is that you can send a little message. I'm not going to type anything fancy because I'm pinching the badge with one finger, but there you go. The badge is responding to the chat. So this is all using a crypto chip on this little internet board, and so it's secure in real time. And all the badge knows is 8 lines of BASIC and serial out, and that's all it has to worry about.
All right, everyone hop back on up.
Come on this way, guys. We're in all the basic category in the front. Yep.
Okay, yeah, we'll just line you up in front. That's even easier. Thank you very much. All right, best game face. Here we go. Melissa, color cycle LED. Victor, picture of tux / flappy tux. Shia, con schedule. Point taken. Kevin, gesture censor badge. Garrett, slowest ever game of life. Sherry and Greg, Bluetooth chat. Oh, Shani and Greg, my bad. Zach, generative artwork. Ben, Linux computer terminal. Rob, interstellar message probe. And Preston, phone text message. What do you think?
Oh, that was tough.
That was really tough.
Yeah.
What do you think? I think Flappy Tux was a winner. Hmm?
Flappy Tux it is. Flappy Tux and then 2 others.
Following that, what do you...
Conference
schedule was actually maybe first, but that's a little hurtful. And what do you think?
Linux.
Flappy Tux? Yeah, I think so too.
Linux.
Linux. Oh, Linux terminal.
Linux
True.
terminal. Who's
Linux terminal. Thank you very much. Head on off. And next up, we'll have software hacks.
I don't have the list in front of me though. Oh, fuck. That was a hard one.
That was really hard. Yeah, thanks, man. All right, come on up. Say your name and show it off.
Yeah, my name is Charles, and I ported my real-time motherboard set program.
Super. The camera or the... Nah. It's all black. That's okay. We saw it for a bit.
A or B? A.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting... Oh, I know this place. It's all good, man. All right. Super. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm a ham radio operator, and ham's been makers and hackers for over 100 years. So my badge has a little dialect that we talk about in ham is CQ Hackaday, which basically is calling all hackers. And AI6XG is me. And if I do Shift C, you'll hear it in Morse code. we like to talk in Morse code. So Morse code is the earliest version of digital communications protocol. So if you want to actually learn about it, I'll just, it's actually a trainer also. So it will have a letter. Oops. So I missed it. So it's a red light. So let's get the next letter. So that's C. Oop, it's Y. So red light. All right. Red light came up. I was wrong. I think that was S. Nope, that's H. Boy, I'm really doing great here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, if you do it right, it comes out green.
Hi, my name is Ted Yapo, and I made a 3D surface plotter that animates in real time. It has hidden line removal, a shading model, and shadows. And then it fades out and does a Mandelbrot set as well. just one frame though, but it draws it pretty quickly. And then it cycles back to the surface again.
Hi, my name is Marcel, and we have seen that the game of life is very slow. So what I did is make a 3D racing game. It is running really slow, and the reason that it's running slow is because it is running in a virtual machine. It is a simulation of the TTL computer that I demonstrated yesterday at the exhibition. And it runs at 3 frames per second instead of at 60 frames per second. But it's fully compatible, and I have put the hex files and the source files on my Hackaday.io page for it. So here you see the TTL computer booting. It has Snake, Racer, Mandelbrot, Basic. So if you want really something slow, do this.
Hi, I'm Jeff. So if you haven't noticed, your badge has a cool feature hidden. So if you type NYA, you get Nyan Cat across your badge. But Nyan Cat is only 80 by 60, so it's low res, and it only uses 2 voices. And so we figured out, we reverse engineered the image protocol from the code, and so we were able to generate images using 320 by 240, the full resolution of the screen, and then also got all 3 voices working. So I'm going to show that. So I need video and sound, please.
All right, we'll give it a shot. Fantastic.
Color's fantastic.
Yeah.
256 colors.
256 color Nyan Cat.
Hi, I'm Alex, this is Jacob, and we made a Linux file system emulator.
So it boots first, quick boot screen, and then it can emulate, like if I do touch1.txt, and then if I do ls, it has all the files on there, and then help. So it only has few commands right now. We had trouble writing to Flash and stuff, but yeah.
Linux file system emulator. Solid.
Hey there, my name is Mike, and a few weeks ago at our local hackerspace meetup in Chicago, our Santa Drew from Osh Park gave out a little adapter for the Wii Nunchuck, and I figured we got a computer, we could use a mouse. So on here, modified the menu and hooked in after the display is updated and the keyboard is pulled to be able to select which item. Of course, we don't have the code for the puzzle, so we'll get different features from that. I can reset it from the mouse if I need to. I can enable the accelerometer to use it to go through the options instead of the nunchuck. And if I go, let's see, I can never remember. Let's play, yeah, badge trace. Yeah, so if you want to go quickly, rotate it.
Fantastic. Next.
Last minute coding.
Oh, no way. Oh, sorry. I was chatting on the badge with some of my friends.
What is your name?
Oh, I'm Morgan. Me and Ben invented the badge, and we also implemented IRC on there. So not only did we implement the badge and IRC, we have about 8 of our friends chatting right now. This is possibly the first functioning example of the ESP32 mesh actually broadcasting. The documentation is interpretive, I suppose. This is made possible by this add-on board I made, so hardware component as well. And, oh yeah, we're just chatting with Alex over here and Kenneth and Ben, want to tell them what you worked on?
So we have IRC, and you can actually hit the basic interpreter right from the command line. All right, so if I wanted to know,
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Oh dear. All right. Spoilers. Again.
Who keeps sending that?
All right. So you can actually do all the stuff like load a program, right? Oh, come on, guys, you're killing me. All right, so I load, oops, and typo. All right, so I've got a program loaded, and I can actually run this on other badges. So somebody send me something. Does anybody have a program? Roll call.
You got that? There is the hello world.
Yeah.
Executing.
Does anybody have any other programs?
I'm surprised Kenneth hasn't told us yet.
Oh, come on.
Oh, stop scrolling, Kenneth! Stop scrolling!
Yeah, so you can use this to share code with other badges. So let me just get out of this obnoxious program. And you know, I can look at this program and all of its beautiful source code, I guess, and save that and, you know, share it with other people across the mesh that is the badge.
Welcome to the badge.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you all. Oh, no.
And that's it. So let's get everyone lined up here in front. That's crazy. How many people are in that team?
Technically 2, but we'd have supporting friends.
Right on.
I knew an ESP32 was missing.
Yeah, right? Totally. Okay, here we go. We've got Schaus. Schaus? Real-time fractal. We've got Dan with CQ Hackaday Morse code. Ted, surface plotter and fractal. Marcel, 3D ray tracing on implemented virtual machine. Jeff, full resolution Nyan Cat. Alex and Jacob, Linux file system emulator. Mike, Wii Nunchuck Mouse Badge Tris. Morgan and Ben and friends, IRC on the badge, Mesh ESP32. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm going with that was first, maybe.
Roll of 20s.
Roll of 20s.
I think the ray tracing.
What do you think?
The racing.
Emulator? Yup, I think emulator.
What's the yeah, that one.
And then it was either Badgetris or the sine wave one. What do you think? We got.
Sine wave?
Okay, we got to do a scream off. That's the only fair way. We got nunchuck. Sine wave graphics. Very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, those were some pretty awesome hacks, top to bottom, frankly. Music hacks, come on up. If I hear Rickroll one more time, somehow, I think it might be possible.
Music hacks.
Music hacks.
Oh, we should have sent them out.
Yep.
Next year.
That's what I said. All right, music hacks going now.
Hi, my name is Alex Camilo, and I wrote a script to convert MIDIs into BASIC so you can have music like. One moment. Let me type this in.
There might not be anything to see this time around.
Yeah, there's nothing to see.
Or.
I have another one after this.
That sounds great.
Next, one more. This one shows the limitations of the tool. If there's more than 3 voices, it basically picks 3 and discards the rest. So this is a MIDI that didn't translate as well. So I'm going to load that one now. Load 1, run. Oh, it's all on GitHub.
Hi, my name is Lewis, and I've displayed Bender's face and played some Daft Punk.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. So it's a really terrible version of Aerodynamic.
Fantastic, thank you.
Hello, my name's Dylan, and what I originally wanted to do was port Doom onto this, because who doesn't? But my programmer apparently wasn't compatible, so I got the next best thing. Goes on for a little bit.
Yeah!
Almost a little more. It'll loop forever, so I'm gonna...
Fantastic. Hurt me plenty.
Hey everyone, I'm Evan. I call this my Supercon Super Speaker Badge Hack.
We don't need a microphone.
All right, so I've got a little bit more. Not only did I turn my speaker into a super loud boombox, I also wrote some code to implement a piano on the badge. So give me a second while I load it up here. And I'm going to sing you guys a song. I hope you don't mind. So basically this piano is, you can press the keys and it'll play notes of a piano, implemented an octave and a half. And yeah, so I wrote a brief little song to explain how the badge works, and I hope you guys will bear with me. I promise it'll be quick. All right. I just want you guys to cheer at the end for me so I don't feel totally stupid, please. All right, here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little badge, how I wonder how you're hacked. Wires to an amplifier, 18 volts and 5 watts higher. Twinkle, twinkle, little badge, how I wonder how you're hacked.
All right, everyone musical, line up here up front.
Badge karaoke at the after party.
Yeah, right? That's fantastic. All right, this is going to be tough. First, we got Alex, MIDI into basic. Lewis, Bender Daft Punk. Dylan, Doom, or at least for the blind. Sorry. Evan, Supercon, super speaker / piano. What do you think? I think it was Supercon, super speaker first. MIDI basic second. And if I were guessing, it would be Doom third. Congratulations to everyone.
That's Blinky.
And finally, last but not least, lightest but not brightest, or something. Best Blinky, everyone come on up. Maybe lightest and brightest. That wasn't very nice, was it? Man. Come on, come on, come on.
My name's Brett, and Mike, I liked your shift register, but time was running low and chips were sparse, so I tore the one off the soldering challenge badge and used some diodes to make it 9 LEDs instead of 5.
Fantastic.
Hi, I'm Liz, and I'd never soldered before, and I created my LED structure. So.
Hi, my name's Eric Marks. I wanted to make some audio visualizations, so I hooked up an auto gain control microphone feeding into a Teensy to run an FFT, which then streamed the serial data into the badge itself, which then applied colors to it, which is then shown on the screen and the LED. It rotates through colors every few seconds. It also supports plugging into the standard MaceTech RGB glasses and doing it in real time. And you can also pick palettes, color palettes from the keyboard, and it will lock on for 30 seconds until it goes back into a track mode.
You can all see the glasses?
Hello, my name is Kent. I'm a mechanical engineer, so I usually just make boxes and not code. So I took the advantage of learning some basic code, pun intended. I basically used, put on the screen. I'm a fan of StarCraft 2. Any StarCraft 2 fans? Okay. Woo! All right. So BlizzCon happened this weekend also, and for the first time ever, history was made. A non-Korean player won BlizzCon. So in honor of that, and it sounds like there's a couple of, maybe we could use the camera if you got it. There's some Morse code fans here. I didn't know any Morse code, so I took this as an opportunity to learn that too. So light, no sound, sorry. But it's basically running through, it says SC2 on here, and then it says StarCraft 2 historic figure, and it Morse codes the name Cyril, who is the winner. So.
Hey, I'm Mike. I had a micro drone lying around that has a video output. This is basically a Blinky because it's just using the power, but it's hooked up to an FPV set, so I call it first person badge view. Hang on.
Video challenge.
Woo!
It says no signal.
Oh no, the battery's getting really low, so.
Sorry. All right, that's it for Best Blinky. Come on up. Tough competition. We've got Brett with soldering challenge badge repurpose scavenge. Liz with first LED freeform structure. Eric, too many flashing stuff plus glasses. Kent, StarCraft Morse code. And Mike, first person badge view. I think glasses was the clear favorite. LED structure was the clear second. And third was soldering badge challenge, badge scavenge. Thank you very much.
This concludes the badge hacking ceremony. I think the biggest thing to take out of this is realizing that what we want you to try out hardware, from your first Blinky structure winning you some titty credits to going way too far into emulating retro computers and IRC rooms. There's a lot of fun to be had, and there is there's no shame in failing or succeeding alarmingly, especially with memes. So thank you very much. This concludes badge hacking. Don't go anywhere, because closing ceremonies will be as soon as we can change the slide deck. Thank you. Oh. There is an announcement to be made.
Hey again, everyone. I had a laptop here while I